Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, this is my very good honor to see you for the fifth meeting in this week. So, let me talk about the following topic for contrastive linguistics between Indonesian language and also English language in Lexis system. Okay. Nah, so in Lexis system, so the first one we talk about monosyllabic and polysyllabic approach. For instance, we know that syllabic is just like monosyllable. Yeah, how can we say a word consisting of one syllable? Yeah, make a sound just like one syllable, just like you, two, uh, so many things. And what about polysyllabic? Polysyllabic is just like the word having more than one syllable. Yeah, there are a few of monosyllabic words in Indonesia. Yeah, but not really in English. So we have mostly monosyllabic. Yeah, mostly in English words. Found out a lot of syllabic, yeah, monosyllable, one syllable. But in Indonesian words, so mostly we find out that this is poly or more than one syllable in Indonesian words. Okay, so for instance, so we have in monosyllables such as one, when you pronounce this very simple one syllable, one, cow, bat, book, through. Yeah. So this is that we call monosyllabic or one syllable. But in Indonesia, still we still have monosyllable. For instance, jam, fast, bomb, or bomb, tas, and bus. Nah, what about polysyllable? Polysyllable in Indonesia in English? Of course, impossible, vision, cooking, 11, and also table. Now, so how can you analyze the polysyllable of this one? Impossible. How many syllable in this word? Impossible. 4. Television. 4. Cooking. 2 syllable. Elephant. 3 syllable. Table. 2 syllable. In Indonesia, of course, so we have kursi, meja mengajar universitas international, and so many things. So this is what we call that one syllable and monosyllable, and also polysyllable. Now, so for the following one, we have words of the same basic meaning have a different form. It depends on grammatical category to which they belong to. For instance, in know that it has the same basic meaning. For instance, in English, so we have he is happy, his happiness is his son. So even though this is happiness, but the part of speech identified as adjective and happiness as noun. Okay, now just like for instance in Indonesia we have dia sakit, sakitnya membuatku sedih. Nah, so we couldn't make just like this. He is sick. He's sick makes me. So we cannot make it because why? Because of course they are different. It depends on grammatical category. Yeah, just like for a speech or word classes. Okay, just like this, it will be correct if the sentence like he is sick, his illness makes me unhappy. Now, so what about another example for grammatical category for just different form? For instance, so we have baby chicken. Of course not, but in Indonesia, anak ayam. So we cannot make literally that by saying baby chicken. Of course not, chicken child, no. So we, English, so they have their grammatical category or the form for this picture, they call it chick. Yeah, but in Indonesia, uh, still we think about literally based on the meaning. For instance, uh, bear, okay, bear. So following, if they have generation or small one, we call that cup. Yeah, and also take a look at, for the example, cat. So the small cat, we call that kitten. Then cow, small cow, we call that calf. Yeah, duck. Now it's very popular. Duck, small duck, we call that puppy. Okay, puppy. And for uh, duckling, eagle, we call that eaglet. So why this eaglet? Because why? Let, it means small. Okay. You still remember about this one? Piglet, you know, piglet in the Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, we have piglet. Pig, if male one is a pig, and then the small one, we call that piglet or salt or farrow. Okay, and also pigeon, we have squab. uh, Rabbit, nah, this one, rabbit, we call that bunny. So you have to differentiate, so you would be able to differentiate what is it rabbit, what is it bunny. Rabbit is the major one or the male one, I mean, yeah. Bunny is just like the small one. Okay, bunny, Lola bunny. Okay, and then for what else we have, horse. Yes, what is it, we call that colt if it is male, but if a female, filly. Yeah, filly. And kangaroo, the small kangaroo, we call that joey. You know what this words? Okay, kangaroo, the small one, we call that joey. Lion, the small one, we call that cub. Owl, we call that owlet. Okay, and what about animal doctor? Of course not. There is no animal doctor, but we call that in English. So we have veterinary, yes, or we call that in short vet. Okay, now but in English, so we have no uh, doctor, we call that dentist. uh, there is no uh, we have a surgeon, yeah, a person who have been trained in a medical science is called doctor in Indonesia. So that's why Indonesia followed with the specification of their specialists. So what is their uh, teeth? So we call that dentist. Call that surgeon. So there is no doctor or what. No, it's just like one word. Dermatologist such as Dr. Kulit, otola, yeah, otolaryngologist. So we call that Dr. THT. Okay. Now, in Indonesian words, so which borrow from English, so especially so there are a lot of Indonesian words directly borrowed from English. Yeah, borrowed words or also as loan words are directly adapted to suit the pronunciation of Indonesian. So for instance, so we have uh, this, so we try to borrow that word from English, so we make it try to adapt the pronunciation to Indonesian language. So access, book, yeah, buku, coffee, copy. Edition, edisi. Fact, fakta. Association, asosiasi. Yeah. Ice cream. Design. Pencil. The sounds pencil. The sounds s. So we call that pencil. Unique. The sounds k. So we just put k here. Unique. Okay, so this is Indonesian words which borrow from English words. Okay, and list of English words of Indonesian origin. For instance, we have also, of course, not only Indonesian take the language from the English, but also English uh, take some sort of words from Indonesian language. For instance, so we have what? Okay, so it is coming from the word kakatua, bamboo, the word bamboo, and kayu put from kayu putih, notice, and mangosteen from the word manggis, pandanus from the word pandanus. This one, sarong, okay, from the word sarung, kasuari from the word kasuari, it's just like a bird, and paddy from paddy, especially it is not paddy, but people in English still call it as a rice. Yeah, but yes, we have this also, paddy, sago from sagu, and satay. Uh, Satay or sate from the word sate. Okay, still remember when Barack Obama tried to say sate enak ya? Yeah, still just like memorable event in Indonesia when Barack Obama went to Indonesia uh, several years ago. Okay, so we have also indefinite articles such as, of course, so we have and an, and is just like use the article before a consonant, but if there is an, use the article before a vowel sound. Yeah, it's just like one of the example. It was an expansive because the sounds vowel. We are looking for an apartment because the sound vowel a, and I add an apple. It's not apple, a apple, but an apple. And we have also article before consonants, just like I saw a man. This one, consonant. And also let us read a book. The consonants b. And my father is a doctor. This consonant d. Okay, so but in Indonesia we have mm, in Indonesia there are many indefinite articles or uncountable. Such as in Indonesia we have the morpheme se, because se there is a, yeah, so it means satu or one, but you cannot see, you cannot use it directly combined by the noun because it will mean other things. So for instance, so we have uh, serumah. Serumah, it is not one rumah, but serumah, it means that you live in the same house, yeah, not a house. Okay, now for instance, so we have seorang, so person, seorang, seorang. Sebuah, ya sebuah, it is not sebuah for non-living things and plant, sebuah apel for non-living things, sebuah cerita, ya sebuah pohon, sebuah uh, sebuah durian dan lain sebagainya. So we have also seekor. Ya, seekor is just for an animal. Seekor kambing, seekor lalat, seekor beruang, seekor monyet, seekor kambing dan lain sebagainya. And also we have setangkai. Setangkai is just for a flower. Satu buah tangkai. Setangkai mawar, setangkai anggrek, setangkai melati, so many things. Yeah, for flower that relates to the flower. And sebatang. Yeah, sebatang, a rope or a stick. Sebatang. Okay. Sebatang pensil. Sebatang rokok maybe. It's just like that. Okay, and simulated between in the indefinite article in Indonesian English is just like the, yeah, mostly placed in front of the head of noun. The meaning is also identical. Yeah, and satu but means one. The function of the particle basically expressing the notion of definiteness. And what about the differences? So these similarities, so we call about the differences between Indonesian indefinite article and Indonesian and English. So we have the form of the article are different, yeah, and Also in Indonesia, mostly in English, it could be placed in front of the head nouns, while in Indonesia could be placed before and after. Yeah, before and after the head of the noun, such as for instance, sang, sri, dang, para, yeah, for uh, before the head noun, and use of the after the head noun, so we call nya, yang, itu. Yeah, so it is placed after the head noun. Okay, and for this one, Indonesian article can be used both countable nouns and uncountable, while in English only countable nouns. So this is the difference. Definite article in Indonesian language, between English language. Okay. And then also we call about the proverb in English. Yeah, proverb in English or in Indonesia is just like a simple or concrete saying, popularly noun, which is expressing the truth based on common sense or practical experience of humanity, just based on experience. Yeah, they call that metaphor. Yeah, proverb is often borrowed from similar languages and culture, and sometimes comes down to the present through more than one language. Yeah, when for instance in English, so we have there is will, there is way. In Indonesia, mana ada jalan, di situ ada di situ ada jalan. Okay, di situ ada jalan. Another proverb contain advice, just like better late than never. It means uh, do what we want before it is too late. Better late than never. Yeah, so Indonesia, biar lambat asal selamat. So it will not literally we change into uh, word per word, but we try to find out, take a look at for the context of the sentence. Okay, biar lambat same meaning with better late than never. Okay, and so idiomatic expression, so it's just like words or phrases that have a figurative meaning conventionally understood by native speaker. Yeah, mostly this is used by native speaker. Every language has idioms, and they can be difficult to learn if you're not a native speaker. So that's why we have to find out, we have to know about the culture of the language itself. So it means that when we talk about idiomatic expression, it is not literally literal meaning, but it is hidden meaning. It's just like we call that implicature. Okay. So for instance, so we have hold your tongue. It means that you should not talk. So better be quiet. Just be silent. Yeah. Do not try to speak. Hold your tongue. Or when we say that tongue tied. So it is not literally your tongue tied, but you cannot speak. Yeah. Tongue, hold your tongue. So it means that to give a word for all of you guys to do not speak. It means that you should not talk. And if idioms just like this, it's rains like cats and dogs. So of course it is not literally cats and dog, but the sounds like very hard and very loud. So we call that the rain like cats and dogs. And what else? If the like this, hold your horses. It means that hold your anger. Okay? Not literal hold your horses, but try to calm down. Yeah, do not hold your anger, hold your temper. Okay, so in idiomatic, so we have rockhead in Indonesia. Yeah, is it stonehead or keras kepala or something? Yeah, just like, of course, mostly we call that stonehead. Yeah, there's no. But also we have langit ketujuh, seven heaven. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Is it? So, but okay, it's just like another idiom that we can find out in English. Okay, and in idioms, so the idioms are the result of the change in grammatical structures, just like to be broken. Yeah. So we have in Indonesia, kantong kering. Yeah, we call that in short kanker. Yeah, we have no money. Yeah, the pocket flies, just like that. Better half, just buah hati. Think oneself, masa lalu. So we have the idiomatic that can change noun. For instance, a man of letters. So we call that in Indonesia pujangga. Yeah, pujangga cinta. Or it's just like Khalil Gibran. For Indonesia, we have Rio Anwar, for instance. And we have also man of the world, Ringan Kepala. Stroll. And for the idiom, adjective, and adverb added to into the idiomatic, it's just like the middle of fence, nanti tak usai, in the middle of night, dini hari, and in the middle, in the family way. So we call that in family. So just like we are going to have a baby, we call that in family. It's in the family. The man is in the family. That yeah, for one generation of the country. And for this one, we have also in English, for one word in Indonesia may have a different meaning in English. For instance, so we have senang, not only like, so happy and like. Yeah, test, a test or to test. Ya, saya fix, pasti datang. Fix, ya, berbeda ya. Can you fix the phone? Fix berarti berbeda nih artinya. Dan food, meal, eat, we call that just one in bahasa. Ya, and sad and hot and happy, just like sedih. And look, there are kid on the busway. It's supposed to be Transjakarta, yeah, not busway, but kamu naik Transjakarta. Look, there's a kid on the DJ. So I think that's well for today. It's all about conversation between Indonesian language and English language in Lexis system. Okay, so thank you for your attention. Class dismissed, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.